Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Maggie. Today we're going to be doing something different, and it's going to be making a ornament for a friend. A few years before, I made one that was inspired by Harry Potter, and it had all the Harry Potter books front and back, and also the DVDs inside the bowl. It's a super easy craft, and these are the things that you'll need. Scissors, envelopes, tape, sticker paper, and your choice of bulbs. There's these fillable ones that can pop in half, which would have been fabulous, but I got too big of ones, so I got these 2 packs from Dollar Tree. And then the first thing I had to do is I went into Procreate and I found all the covers of the albums, and then I went and found all the backs of the albums. We love to collect the Taylor Swift vinyls, so I was pretty determined I was going to make little vinyl with little discs floating around in there. So if you would like, this isn't the exact one I use, you'll see it when I print it. If you would like this file to make one yourself, feel free to email me in my business email in the description, and I can either email it to you and you can Venmo me like $1 or $2. That would be amazing. But if not, if you just want it, just email me and I'll send it to you. You can obviously use any program like Word and just print them. You can make them any size depending on the bulb. If I would have made these bigger, those fillable ones would have worked better, but because I made them on a smaller scale, they just looked weird and like it looked too empty. You'll see later. But I went ahead and I took my envelopes. You could obviously just use printer paper. I believe last time when I did the books, I like stacked printer paper and cut it into little books and then glued the covers on so it looked like little books with like pages and stuff. But this one has like the edges already, kind of like a vinyl sleeve, and then I just took tape and then I taped it closed so everything was closed off besides the little edge where you would slide the vinyl out. I just thought this would be easier, and most people have envelopes laying around. That way you don't have to like do too much cutting. I did have to resize some of these because I cut these before I realized I didn't have any printer ink. It has 11 original studio albums, 4 re-recorded albums, 5 extended plays, EPs, and 4 live albums. But I just did the 11 albums, and I tried to do the ones that were all her version with the ones that were released. Obviously Reputation and Taylor Swift's like first album isn't re-released yet, so I did have to just leave it as is. Maybe when they're re-released I will just ship her some new little tiny ones to throw in there. But just cut out 11 of these little sleeves and you are good to go to the next step. Also, I'm going to show you, obviously I was making little vinyls to like slide in there, so you want to make sure they're a little smaller than the original. I do kind of change this up later, and I just print vinyls on sticker paper, like double-sided, and then I stick them together, but you'll see that. But you could obviously make all your own vinyls, just cut out little circles out of those extra pieces of paper, and you could color them yourself if you really wanted to. If you had one of those Cricut machines, it would be awesome if you could print on like metallic paper to make them look more shiny and pop. But I don't have one of those, so we're just gonna rough it, and that's usually what most people have to do. I printed these. I printed it on matte sticker paper because that's what I had, but they do sell shiny sticker paper, so you could do that if you wanted. But if you wanted to add like a glossy finish, you could always just take packing tape and like go over these to make them a little bit more shiny. But I left it as is because it's gonna be inside of a bulb and you can't see them all at the same time anyways. But you go ahead and cut them out, and I left them connected because I wanted it to wrap around our little vinyl sleeves that we made. The last time I did this, I glued them together, or I think I taped them, but this is so much easier and like much quicker of a craft if you were on a crunch time to make these, because they're already sticky and it cuts out all the tape and glue that you would have to use. The only thing that was annoying was trying to peel the backs off these stickers. I feel like half the footage was just me struggling to peel the stickers. I don't know why it was so hard for me, maybe because I don't have nails, but either way it got there in the end. And if you mess up a little bit, they are pretty quick. If you take it off quick enough, you can peel it off and then put it back and get it all perfect. And there is the first one. That's the Speak Now re-released album. And if you didn't do it perfect, just go ahead and trim it, make it more perfect. Super cute. And I just did this for the next 11 albums. And there you have it. There are all 11 little vinyl sleeves all done and completed. They're not perfect, but again, they're going to be all like stacked in there anyways. I did try to do the smallest fillable bulb. I got these at Michael's, so if you want to do this and it's so much quicker and then it also doesn't like bend the vinyls, I would do this, just print them a lot bigger than I did. I feel like that would have been fine, but it just felt so empty, so I went for these at Dollar Tree instead, and you get 2 for $1.25, so you could always make one for a friend and one for you. I did go ahead and I put some friendship bracelet beads in there. You could spell out lyrics or her name or album covers if you want to. I just threw beads in there because, again, you're not going to be able to read it anyways. And you could technically make a mini friendship bracelet and then put it in there. That would be super cute, but I just thought the little floating beads would be really cute. And then I cut up some holographic tinsel and threw it in there too. And then I popped in all the little vinyls. It does bend them a little bit, but they will regain their shape once they float around in there a little bit. I just thought the tinsel would add a little bit of a sparkle. I feel like you could throw glitter in there too. I feel like I should have done that, but that's okay. A little close-up of what it's looking like so far, super cute. And I did go ahead and cut out all of those little vinyls that I had printed and I stuck them together and I put them inside the bulb too, just to have floating little vinyls. You could obviously like maybe have one sticking out of a vinyl and just like glue it in or tape it in, but I liked it floating around. It added more texture and dimension and interest. Another thing I found in my craft kit was some charms. I found a little football that could represent Travis, a little crown with the Heartbreak Prince, a little cat, a little umbrella that could be like So Long London or me, and I had this heart in this little jacket that looked like the one from Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, but those two did not fit in the bulb. If you did the fillable ones, these would have all fit inside, but that's okay. Again, I was just trying to add more texture and interest inside of those. And then the last little touch I did was I took this purple lilac ribbon that I had floating around in my drawer and I tied it around the base and I cut it shorter, so it was a nice little lavender haze lover little bow, just to add a little bit more fun to the ornament. If you're craftier than me, you could have crocheted a little maroon scarf, which we all know what that means, the little red scarf, and you could have wrapped that around the base. That would have been really cool. This was a lot easier, and it was something I already had laying around my craft drawer. And there you have it. That is the completed Taylor Swift vinyl inspired ornament that you could either make for yourself or make for a friend or another little Swiftie in your life. Do this with any artist. You could do CDs, you could do vinyls, anyone, you could do movies or people's favorite book series. Anything would work. But I hope you enjoyed this different kind of video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you're ending up making one of these. I want to see it. A great day or night wherever you are. Bye!